you. And I'm talking about maybe the biggest story right now, non-basketball related anyway, in women's hoops. Angel Reese doesn't appear to have an injury, but the LSU star wasn't with the team for their Friday night win over Southeastern Louisiana. That's after being benched in the second half of their game with Kent State on Tuesday. Kim Mulkey has been tight-lipped about her absence, while speculation runs wild. LSU, by the way, facing Texas Southern tomorrow night at home. It felt like a couple of weeks ago the biggest issue for LSU was figuring out what to do with all of their stars, and Kim Mulkey said that's not an issue. Iron sharpens iron. It 2 weeks into the season, how's all that sharpening going so far?
Well, one thing you know with a Kim Mulkey coach team is that she's going to have a stronger personality than any of the personalities that she has. She has coached strong personalities with a lot of success in the past. So in the last game and a half where Angel Reese hasn't been on the floor, there are other players who've been able to step up. Anissa Morrow is one of them. In the second half, when Angel Reese did not play against Kent State, Morrow came in. She had 9 steals in that game. She is rebounding the ball well. Flau'jae Johnson has been coming off the bench the last 2 games as she's recovering from the flu. She played great in their last game against Southeast Louisiana. So while there's stuff going on, you know that Kim Mulkey's strong enough to handle it. It will be interesting to see how soon Angel Reese is back on the floor. Obviously an incredible talent, averaging 17 and 10 this year. But they do have other pieces to kind of ride out the storm right now.
Okay, so with that being said, because we sat here a week ago with Andrea Carter, and she felt like the biggest issue is everybody starting to figure out what their roles will be before we could say that this team is the same type of team that could touch the success that they had last year. What's missing on this LSU team early on in the season that you think they could sort out?
Well, right now it's Angel Reese.
Yeah.
But this is a team that has a lot of talent, and they've got players who can make threes. They still have players, with or without Reese, who can attack the offensive glass. They've got new pieces. Haley Van Lith is coming from a completely different system at Louisville than the heavy ball screen and pounded into the post that we see at LSU. It's going to take some time, but much like last year, they're going to be a very different team at the end of the year than they are right now in November.
Kim Mulkey saying the same exact thing. We're not polished yet. We will eventually get there. I don't know when we'll be great, but we